Why would you do that? Why would we want glass beads in our makeup? Something about the idea of that just doesn't rub me the right way. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today for this video, which is going to be a casual chatty get ready with me, creating this makeup look using the Natasha Denona bronze palette. So let's get into it. Today I'm going to do a real casual chatty get ready with me. I'm just going to be putting on my makeup for the evening. I'm about to be heading out to hang out for a little bit. It's incredibly hot. So I'm wearing a really long, loose, flowy dress, and I have my hair up in a bun. I cannot be bothered. It feels like 103 degrees outside between the heat and the humidity. So the palette that I'm going to use to create a look today is the Natasha Denona bronze palette. So I'm really excited to get a little bit more use out of this eyeshadow palette, but first I'm gonna do my full face of makeup. So let me get into it. I am going to be using my About Face foundation because it is the perfect olive tone foundation. And I've really been enjoying that. But before I go in with that, especially because that foundation tends to be a little bit more of like a natural to matte kind of a finish on me specifically, I'm gonna just put a little bit of sheen all over the face underneath using my e.l.f. Halo Glow. Really been loving that stuff. Let's see where my brushes are. Washed a bunch of my brushes the other day. To blend in my Halo Glow, I'm going to use my Sephora Pro Collection brush. And heads up, these are currently back in stock, limited edition. They have the really, really pretty sparkly effect, if you can see. And they are just as good and just as durable as the regular Pro line that you find in store all year round. I don't know why the reviews on the Sephora website say that these brushes aren't the same as the regular ones, because they are. They're just literally just have a really pretty sparkly handle and come as a set at a discounted price. So if you are curious at all about some really good, easy to find, durable, good quality, beautiful makeup brushes, I do have my review on my holiday set that I picked up of the Sephora Pro Collection brushes. I'll be sure to link that up here in the eye and down below in the description box. Check that out when this video is over if you're looking for some info on the Sephora Pro Collection makeup brushes. I really recommend them. I think they're great, and I love that you can literally go in store and check them out. You can feel them in store, you can pick them up in store, you can order them online. And of course, if you wait to buy the brushes individually during the Sephora sale, you can get 30% off. But this holiday set that comes all together for like $95 is a discounted price, I believe, from all the brushes if you were to have bought them individually. So I really like it. I think it's a great deal. Enough about that. Okay. I'm going in with the light 2 olive. Okay, wait, it's L2 olive, and I'm just gonna put this here on like the part of my face that I would want to have a little bit brighter, like in the center of the face. Typically, you don't have this much like playtime for the foundation. It does kind of dry down, but that's why I put the e.l.f. Halo Glow all over the face, so that gives me a little bit more playtime with the foundation, because the glowy effect gives it like a little bit more movability or whatever. Anyway, okay, yeah. So just want to kind of like build where I want the light foundation as opposed to the dark. Then I'm going to take this blurring foundation brush from Smashbox and go into the lighter shades at first. Just blend those in real nicely. And then I'll go ahead and kind of work into my darker one and just kind of blend that also up into like my lighter foundation a little bit, just to kind of mix it a little and blur the line. And that's just because I'm not currently dark enough yet for my darker shade, and I'm certainly too dark for my lighter shade now. So just mixing them, and I find that way kind of the easiest way to do it. Okay, so there's my base. Hi, baby. I'm going to use my Natasha Denona face puff and set my face with my Huda Beauty Pound Cake. Hey, I think I said it right the first time this time. I don't normally get that right. Anyway, so let me just chit chat with you now that I'm like going into the makeup and I'm figuring out what I'm doing here. Let me just chit chat with you real quick about some stuff while I get my makeup on for the night. I am about to go watch some live music here locally, so that'll be fun. I really haven't been feeling well enough to go out lately, so it'll be nice for us to get out and just have a little bit of fun outside of the house. I have been really unwell lately. Like, I've been having serious stomach issues. I finally did go see my doctor about it, but not until I was able to like pinpoint my symptoms and just get a good feel for what it was that like I even wanted to tell him. Now lie down, Bandit. And so, yeah, basically he said, which, I mean, everything that he said, I anticipated. I already was expecting him to say this, and that's because I did my research very thoroughly. And basically what he told me was that, basically what the doctor told me was that I'm going to need to go to a specialist, which is what I went to him for, to basically just like run some basic exams and then make sure that I was actually on the right path and that I could, you know, I had the right specialist that I wanted to go to or whatever. And so basically he ran some tests and did some blood work. I had to give blood. I don't like to do that. I don't like needles one little bit. Matter of fact, I'm still bruised a little bit. I don't think you can see it, but I'm still bruised on my arm from it. And that was like, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 days ago. Yeah, so I went to the doctor and he basically told me that what I'm doing about my pains and symptoms is exactly what the specialist is going to tell me to do. And that short of running some tests to make sure that there's not some sort of underlying condition that is causing this, like say some sort of a tumor or some sort of a blockage or whatever, like, I don't know, something like that. Short of something like that coming up on a test, there's basically nothing that the specialist is going to be able to do for me to alleviate the agony that I've been going through, and that the specialist is basically going to tell me to do exactly what I've been doing to try to cope with it, and that I kind of just have to wait it out. And I mean, like, I already knew that because the research told me that the research that I did told me that that was what, you know, the best course of action is. And so it's not like he wasn't saying anything I didn't already know, but it certainly didn't like foster any feelings of hope. And as such, there's been very few evenings where I haven't been in absolute agony. And so, yeah, it's just been a really, really tough time. And because of that, and so because of like all the agony that I've been going through, I have missed pretty much every concert. I haven't been to a concert yet this year. like this concert season, and it kind of sucks. There's been some major shows I wanted to go to and some smaller ones too, but yeah. And honestly, hold on, I'm gonna do our list. Honestly, I don't know why that spot didn't round out right. Honestly, I've been so miserable that I haven't really even cared that I've been missing the concerts. I mean, yeah, I would rather be at the concerts, and like, it's a bummer that I missed it, but like, I've literally been in so much pain that I can't even think about the concerts, you know, like, yeah. And so it just really sucks because it's been like pretty much impacting everything that I can do, AKA I haven't been able to do anything. I can't go anywhere or whatever, because shortly after I leave the house, like if I've recently eaten, like I'm in agony, and it's just, I'll spare you all the gory details of what it is that starts to transpire, but let me just say, it's not a pretty look and it doesn't feel great. And so, as such, I haven't been the best company. AKA, I haven't been company at all. I've been home. And so that's kind of sucked. Do I want to use this bronzer, or do I want to use... Or do I want to use my Sephora Pro Collection bronzer? I really like this bronzer. I checked it out the other day. I tested it out with my Wicked stippling brush, and I feel like because this is such a deep shade in the bronzer, my shade is that shade right there. I had to get the really dark one because it was the last one, and I just wanted to test out the formula because I was planning on like seeing how it compared to the new Sephora bronzers that came out. But then I read the ingredient list, like I said in a previous video. Just in case you're new here, I'm going to say it again. I read in the ingredient list that the new bronzers has seed oils in it, if I remember correctly. And so, yeah, I'm not going to use it. And so I didn't end up buying it. So I ended up not, you know, I'm not going to be doing the comparison video that I had planned to do, which is why I even bought this. But it turns out that I do really like this bronzer, even though it's pretty dark on me. Like if I go in with a light hand and kind of powder it down a little, it can work on me. And I feel like it might work a lot better once I'm tan. Hopefully by the end of this summer, I'm going to have a really, really beautiful tan. Hopefully by the end of the summer, I'm going to have a really beautiful tan. That's the plan. Anyway, I'm going to go in with, oh, did I tell you? Hold on. So the bronzer is made in the USA, and this blush from the older version of the Sephora Pro Collection, this blush line is made in France. So I was pretty impressed. Hold on, I have a hair fluff stuck to my face. Okay. I was pretty impressed when I saw that this is made in France. And because this is also one of the deeper blushes, I'm using a very light, fluffy, airy brush. This is my Flower Beauty blush brush that I really, really love so much. I love it for my pigmented blushes because it really like makes it to where you can apply the blush and build it up. If you want to get a deep color, you can. But if you want to just have like a little wispy color from your deep blush, it'll give you that kind of an application. So yeah, anyway, there's the cheeks. I've really been enjoying the Sephora Pro Collection product. I've really been enjoying my 2 Sephora Pro Collection makeup products, and it's kind of sad that it took them being discontinued for me to want to try them. And yeah, so they have new versions of both of those things, both the blush and the bronzer. Yeah, also the powder, like I wanted to try, I got curious and started like looking into possibly doing a full face of Sephora Pro Collection makeup, but then, hold on. Then I saw then I saw in the ingredient list that the Sephora powder, like the translucent powder, I believe it is, or maybe it's the baked powder. I don't know. One of the powders, like a setting powder or whatever, has glass beads in it. Pretty sure it's the loose powder. Why would you put glass beads in a face powder to go on someone's face? Why would you do that? Why would we want glass beads in our makeup? Something about the idea of that just doesn't rub me the right way. Okay, and I am going to use my Painterly paint pot, even though I feel like a different shade might work better for the particular palette that I'm gonna go with. But pretty sure my soft ochre paint pot is completely expired, and I didn't replace that one. When I bought a replacement, I bought a replacement of the Painterly. So I might as well just use up the Painterly so that I can get to my replacement already. Okay, let me get my eyes. There's my husband in the kitchen. Let me get my eyes primed, and then I'll zoom you in and we'll get into the eyeshadow palette. Okay, so now I've taken to wiping off my eye base brush so that it doesn't like dry up. My MAC paint pot doesn't dry up on the bristles and get all hard, and then I'm able to use the brush again tomorrow without having to deep clean it. As long as I'm gonna use it for the same product, like what's the big deal, right? Anyway, okay, so let me pull out the brushes that I want to use. So I'm just gonna keep the look simple. As I said, I'm gonna be playing with the bronze palette, creating a look with this palette. Here is what my palette looks like. As you can see, I haven't really gotten a whole lot of use out of it, which is why I kind of want to use it today. But really, it was just the palette that popped into my mind that I really wanted to wear as soon as I decided that this was the dress that I was going to wear today. So I'm going to start off in the crease here on the lower corner. Into the crease. Let me get you super zoomed in as best as I can. So let me know down in the comments if it is zoomed in enough. If it's not, I do apologize, but I will work on getting better at it even further, like getting better for the next time. Where are you going, buddy boy? Hold on, he can't be trusted. I'll be right back. Okay. Also, I really apologize if the sound of the air conditioner is annoying to you. Again, it is so very hot outside that I really feel the need to just let it run. Okay. And I'm gonna try to keep this more of like a soft, everyday kind of a look. I've been noticing that people's trend is like what they're wanting to see in YouTube videos or whatever. Just based off of comments in other people's videos, not necessarily the comments in my section. Like not necessarily the comments in my videos or whatever, but I've just been noticing that most people in the comments of like bigger YouTube channels really do want to see softer eye looks, like more wearable, easy, simpler eye looks. So I'm gonna try to refrain from using 6 to 7 eye shades like I typically do. And I'm gonna just try to keep things a little bit more toned down and approachable. For the outer corner, I'm gonna go ahead and create like a smoky winged shadow liner around the top and lower lash line with the one and only deep dark purple matte. Okay, well, I feel like there went my wearable look right there. I'm sorry if you can hear my husband in the kitchen. He's over there looking for snacks, trying to hold off before we leave for the night. We're about to go out to a restaurant that also has live music. Okay, do really like the way that is starting to look right there. All right. Yeah, I like that a lot. All right. Okay, so next, what I'm gonna do is just try to brighten up the eye a little bit by tapping into this middle, like peachy bright shade on the top row. I'm just gonna take that into the top portion of the crease and just kind of like brighten up that edge a little bit for a little dimension, just like that. I'm gonna take a clean blender and just soften those together. Okay, and honestly, I'm almost done. I feel like the look is almost done. So for the shimmer, I'm gonna go into this shade right here from the bottom row and just, oh, it's so pretty. Oh my God. I'm just gonna tap that all over right there. That's really pretty. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna try to perfect the shape. Which one did I use? This one here. This one from the bottom row right here. I'm gonna try to perfect the shape. Oh my God, this is what that looks like. Can you even tell? I don't think it's quite coming across on the screen how beautiful that is. Wow, now I see why everybody that loves this palette and like is always using it in my feed, why they enjoy it so much. It's pretty, even though this palette comes off really flat and one-dimensional, like kind of one-trick pony look. I can see why it's so popular because it is really beautiful. Okay, I think that's a really nice look. For the lower lash line, I just want to finish it off by taking a little bit of this mid-tone, it's kind of a deep actually, matte shade right there on this really cute little pencil brush from Sonia G. And I'm just going to shade the lower outer edge of the lash line. Kind of soft like that, just for a little bit of definition without being too much. Okay. I do wish that I had something like white and bright and light to put there in the inner corner. I feel like that would be really nice. Jump up, buddy. Jump up. Jump up, my little buddy. But since I don't, I'm gonna reach into one of my Makeup by Mario palettes. I'm filming. What's crazy?
The birds fly. Like.
Okay, I'm filming right now. We'll talk about that in the car. Okay, so now I'm gonna just take this matte here from the original matte neutral palette. And I don't think I want, yeah, I do. I think I want the white shade. I'm gonna take this beautiful cream shade here, and I'm just going to pop that here on the inner corner, just like that, just to really brighten it up. I'm not gonna like blend it in or anything. I'm just gonna pop that right into my shimmer and around the bottom, just like that. Love the way that looks. Take that same brush, same shade, and just pop it a little bit here at the top. That one I probably should have done the peachy one because this is a little stark, but I'll go back over it now with the peach just to kind of tone it down and blend it into the tone underneath it a little bit better, like the shade that's on my crease a little bit better. Okay. With that done, I'm gonna take that same clean, well, it's not clean anymore, but it was, that same blender and just blend that top part of the shade. All right, I feel like that's the look right there. I really do want to just top it off with a little bit of eyeliner. I feel like this would be a great time to use my Natasha Denona Macrotech liner in Burgundy, and I'm just going to line right up to the lashes just on the outer edge. For the inner waterline, I am going to go in with a super bright white just to make my eyes pop. Finally remembered to do this before my mascara, which is a lot more helpful to keeping the tip of my shadow stick white. Okay, and then give the lashes a curl with my favorite lash curler, the Rephr lash curler. For mascara, I'm gonna go in with the Give Beauty for volume, and then top it off with the Bad Gal Bang for pedal length. Yeah, I would like to know how they fly too though, because that's crazy. They just up and just get out of the nest and start flying one day. Talking about our little birdies that just flew the coop yesterday. And today was their first like full day out and about in the skies. Now they're back in the evening for their evening rest, but they'll be leaving us soon because they only stay for like a week or two after they have learned to fly, and then we don't see them again until the next spring. And so these last few weeks, they've really been like keeping us out of our patio because the mama bird is really aggressive when the babies are about to fly. All the rest of the time, she like coexists really well with us because we don't mess with the nest, and you know, she doesn't mess with us. But once they're getting ready to fly and she's like trying to feed them and get them ready for their launching date, that's when she does get a little protective of the patio. And we just have like those couple weeks where we basically just have to duck because she will literally come right at us and scoop at us. So we have to duck as we're going in and out the back door. And then whenever I'm taking the dogs out, like I have to just let them go out the doggy door. I can't open the door itself because if the mama bird or the daddy bird hears the back door open, they'll literally just start flopping around the whole perimeter of the patio and just like looking to make sure that we're not coming out because the babies are nearby. It's funny. Anyway, this is our 7th season together, so we coexist really well. Anyhow, all right, this is the finished look for my makeup look for the night, and for this look and for my look that I created with the bronze palette. Let me know what you think. I do really like it. I think it looks really pretty and it goes really great with my dress. Yeah, so let me see how many shades I used to create this look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I used 5 shades to create this look. And if you're curious what is on my nails, this is actually my very first time to paint my nails with this shade. This is the shade Party Purple from Believe Beauty, and here is what it looks like. It looks really pretty. Yeah, I will say though that the paint itself kind of ran, and I'm learning how this formula actually works, because it doesn't go down on the nail quite the same that Sally Hansen does. So learning curve, but anyway, that's the polish on my nails. And let me now give you a close-up of the eyes. So let me know what you think down below. I'd love to know your thoughts on the look. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this casual, low-key, chatty get ready with me where I just had to put on my face for the night. Yeah, I hope you had a good time hanging out with me. If you did, please be sure to click the like button. It really does help my small channel out so much. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.